And boom, we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely spectacular day today. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Throne of Exile, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their latest track, which came out on May 26th, so about 9 days ago, and the track is called The Atlas Dream. So, if you're new around here, I'm a huge Throne of Exile fan. I've featured them on the channel numerous times, done various different reaction videos, various different highlighting of clips and putting that up on my Instagram. RDG Promotions, by the way, is the name of my Instagram channel. I just kind of realized that people that watch my YouTube videos might not know that I do quite a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. And if you like what I do here, you'll probably like what I do over on Instagram. So RDG Promotions, if you want to give me a follow on my Instagram. If not, I can't tell you what to do. It's all good. Been a fan of these guys for years. Featured them many times on the channel. The last time they were on the channel, we checked out their track Misdirect, which is what we're going to listen to. In a moment. Whenever I'm getting ready to do a reaction to a band, even if it's a band that I'm very familiar with, which I am very familiar with, Throne of Exile, I like to just go back through, listen to everything that they've done, just to give you guys, just give you guys some details, give you a little catch it, just make sure that everyone's up to speed. If I can actually find, I've been taking a lot of notes. Right, Throne of Exile. So, the very first track that these guys released was a track called Precognition. Pretty sure I got that right. Which came off a 2021 EP called Dimensions Adrift. They released a couple of singles and then they dropped that EP. So I just checked out the EP because that contains everything that they've done up until Misdirect, and then the Atlas Dream. So to my ears, I would call these guys progressive metalcore with a little bit of alien core in there. Some of those kind of like kind of like monasteries almost, like Rings of Saturn-esque like guitar tapping parts. Lots of digital effects, lots of instrumental sections as well, bits where there's no vocals, and it actually becomes quite vast. Very, 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 very proggy, basically. One style of vocal up until Misdirect, which we will get to, which works for some. There's kind of a conversation going on whether people seem to be in two camps. They seem to either prefer when vocalists do a lot of different techniques, and when they prefer vocalists if they just kind of do like a kind of like more just kind of like standard thing and do it really, really well. Throne of Exile up until Misdirect, when they started doing cleans, which we're gonna check out momentarily. They were definitely a band that just the vocalist kind of just did one sound, but did it really, really well. A couple of variations in pitch and stuff, but no kind of like Dickie Allen-esque variety or Will Ramos or anything like that. Works for some, doesn't. Some people like to throw in 1,000 styles. Some people like to just perfect one. Works really, really good for them. The bass sounds great. A little bit of narration as well, a little bit of a spooky narration on on the last track of the EP, which I'm blanking on, unfortunately. That also has some more sinister vibes to it as well. And then we have 2023 Misdirect single, very similar to Dimensions Adrift. The biggest difference being there was some cleans for the first time. The closest thing these guys got to clean vocals was the narration on that track that I can't remember the name of. And that brings us on to the present day. So we're going to listen to Misdirect just to get everyone up to speed. And I want to say a little bit about the cleans as well. Just before we get going, and then we're going to check out the Atlas Dream. So, Throne of Exile, Misdirect. Make sure we do it right. Such a good track. Such a good song. They do the cleans in 3 different ways as well. I kind of just realised that they have them layered with other vocals, slightly more in the background to begin, and then it's just the instrument. Well, the instrumental, the kind of more kind of open, vasty sound with the cleans, and then there's a little bit of cleans mixed with layered with the harsher vocals as well. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. But that's a very complete Throne of Exile track. A little bit sinister, slightly djinty, slightly metalcore, very prog, great bass, great production, and the cleans as well. Usually I'm not a fan of like cleans that are that kind of like soft and high register, but I think they go really well with the music. Sometimes cleans that kind of like don't sit particularly well with me, not because they're bad or anything, but just like, you know, from a kind of personal perspective. It's when the music is like it's like super heavy, like, you know, brutal deathcore or something like that. I'm not going to name any bands specifically, and then you've got that, and then you've got vocals that are kind of similar to that, and sometimes a bit more high pitched and a little bit too nasally. But it's just they don't necessarily go together. But the higher register vocals really, really work with that song. It's quite an airy track, anyway. So yeah, that's definitely how you do how you incorporate cleans in my humble opinion. So nope. Almost starting too early. So I don't know about you guys, but that's put me in the mood to check out the Atlas Dream. One thing I'll say about this is that I've heard a little bit of it just from like little snippets accidentally on Instagram, but nothing, you know, nowhere near the entire song. From what I got, it sounds like it's going to be a slightly more. They were never a band that took themselves particularly seriously anyway. You can tell from like their live performances if you look them up on like Instagram, like they're always like, you know, very loose, not, you know, nothing pretentious going on. But this music video and some parts of the song seem to be going down a slightly more, dare I say, Dragon Corpse-esque road in terms of like the kind of tone. They're not power metal, but you know what I mean. So should be interesting to see what these guys have got here, because I think it's going to be a new wrinkle for them. So without further ado, Throne of Exile, the Atlas Dream. Let's go.
Glenn, answer the phone.
All right. Hello? Let's go.
Well then, talk about a new sound geez, when I said there was going to be a new wrinkle here, that's a whole bunch of new wrinkles. Holy shit. Okay, Throne of Exile, ladies and gentlemen. So that was wild. That was seriously wild. I'm just going to play the first minute and a half again, and I'm just going to stop at various different points and just point out the amount of different looks that these guys are throwing. Awesome work on the music video. Like, legitimately funny. There's a shot of the guy playing the keyboard with this look on his face. I can't even. It's too much. Right. Right. Before that happens, right, just listen to this part in isolation, right? And you've also got the, yeah. Sounding like black and deathcore. Like, legitimately, like, that's the most menacing they've ever sounded. So they go from that, about 30 seconds in, but, 30 seconds including the little interlude, answer the fucking phone. And then it goes into this. Just seamlessly going from like quirky and eccentric with a kind of like almost like kind of like math core vibe to it. Going from that to much more serious, much more sinister kind of like deathcore sounds almost, with raspy narration vocals and a little bit and like but almost having a slightly jazz swing elevator music vibe to it. Truly unique. Truly unique. Those guys have never sounded like that ever. That's completely new for them. And that's less than a minute into the song. So this part here where it slows down, that's, I say again, that's, if you played that in isolation, that's a deathcore, possibly black and deathcore groove funk, chunky section. Quirky, but not boring, and still techie. These guys can play their asses off. It's very intricate. It's very, very well produced. It's difficult to do this, and without it just sounding like just messy and uncoordinated. And then this section. Again, completely shifting tones. Alien Core. And then on to just breathtakingly creative and interesting, and totally keeps you on your toes. More of this Throne of Exile, like you could go back to sounding like Precognition and all that, these guys have got a lot of things that they could do, but this style, but whatever they're doing right here, whatever you want to call that, keep it going, boys, because it's really fucking working. Just gonna reduce the brightness there a little bit. Unpredictable Scottish weather. And then final bit that I want to highlight, we have this, which has got kind of like carnival vibes to it. And then a tiny little techie section just to end things. Outstanding. Thought it was going to be different from what I'd heard. Was not disappointed. These guys could do anything. These guys could go full proggy for a track. They could write a black and deathcore song. They could go symphonic. They could go alien core. They could go whatever the fuck. The sections where they were all dressed up, again, kind of like swing core or whatever you want to call it. Like, just so many different looks, and they gel together so well. And it's just, and the production sounds very much like Dimensions Adrift, and that's not a bad thing. They haven't changed the overall sound of the bass or the guitar or the vocals or anything. They've just tightened everything up. Much better variety with the vocals as well. The guys, like, the dude is trying new things, not just throwing in cleans, but just different techniques, different pitches, different registers. Really just quirky, and then menacing, and then doing their own thing, and then back to being quirky, and just no rule book being followed here. No traditional song structure being used here. Just techie and well played and interesting. I don't have a bad thing to say about that. I really, really don't. That was fucking fantastic. It just took me back a little bit. I was like, what is going on here? This is so different. Fantastic work, Throne of Exile. Cannot wait to hear what's next. That sounded so different to Misdirect. So even if they just write another, 3 songs, maybe 4 if we're lucky, to go on like a kind of decent sized EP, fuck knows what sounds we're going to get on that. Are we going to get more cleans? Are we going to get more deathcore-esque sounding stuff? Are we going to get more sinister stuff? Or is it going to get even more, like, are they going to go all expansive? Are they going to start using digital futuristic effects again? More techie, heavier? I've absolutely no idea, but I cannot wait to hear what these guys have got next. Got in store for us next. Excuse me. Yeah, so good, so good. Yeah, the Throne of Exile boys never miss, but that was a unique one. That was a game changer for them, I would say. Yeah, bravo, gentlemen, fantastic work. So, as per usual, links to if you scroll down once the video's finished. If you scroll down, you'll find links to the song, the music video that we just watched. You'll find links to the band's social medias. Go give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram, follow their YouTube. Leave a comment for the algorithm, do all that good stuff. Go order some merchandise if you can. I know times are tough, but if you can, go order some merchandise. It really helps these bands out. Buy a physical copy of some of their CDs. Stream the music wherever you can. Just do whatever you can to get their numbers up. Just continue to support, because really kind of carving their own path through the extreme metal landscape at the moment. Yeah, you can't really point to another band and go, oh, they sounded exactly like them. If there are other bands out there that are fusing genres like that together, let me know, because I definitely want to hear them. But just do whatever you can to support these guys, because that was fucking so quirky and so awesome. And very very worth, very much worth everyone's time. Awesome shit. I expected nothing less. So one last time, Throne of Exile, The Atlas Dream. Go check that shit out. I'm going to go and listen to it a bunch more times. Thank you very much for joining me. Always a pleasure. Take it easy, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.